students, today in the class we will be discussing about the last type of microorganism called viruses. As I have told you, we have discussed other type of microorganism, that is bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa. They have some their usefulness to us also, they are harmful to us also. But this viruses, they are only harmful to us. They may only causes you problems, okay? So, the meaning of what is the virus? The meaning of virus word is, the meaning of the word virus is poison. Okay, so the meaning of virus is poison, and they are the most primitive organism known to human being. Now, these viruses, they display characteristic of living as well as non-living beings also. That is, वो living beings जैसे भी characteristic show करते हैं और non-living beings जैसी characteristic भी show करते हैं. ये बहुत ज़्यादा small होते हैं. ये जितने भी आपने माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म पढ़ रहे हैं उनमें सबसे ज़्यादा स्मॉलेस्ट यही माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं. ओके, सो बिकॉज दे आर वेरी स्मॉल इन साइज, दे कैन ओनली बी सीन इन इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप. ये आपके कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप, आपकी जो लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप, सिंपल माइक्रोस्कोप के भी अंडर आप नहीं देख सकते हैं. यू हैव टू सी ओनली इन द इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप. ओके, नाउ let's study about the cellular structure. The body of virus consists of a single strand of nuclear matter. That is, they have single strand of nuclear matter, either of DNA or RNA. And what happens, how they show the characteristic of living and non-living? This is host. Outside the host, this virus shows the characteristic of non-living being, and inside the host it will grow and multiply itself and derive the nutrients from the host, and it becomes and shows the characteristic of living being. So that's how it shows the characteristic of non-living and living beings both. Okay, so these viruses can be crystallized and stored for many years. There's one fact side given about a disease called AIDS. Let me write down. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. This is a very serious and a fatal disease, and which is caused by a virus. It was first diagnosed in USA in 1980, and since then it has been diagnosed in other countries as well. What happens to this person who is suffering from AIDS, or the symptoms of AIDS are weakness. You will be losing appetite, that is, you will be not feeling to eat food. Loss of weight will be there. Fever, swelling of lymph nodes will be there. And what happens to AIDS? A person who is suffering from AIDS, what happened to its internal structure? This virus destroys WBCs. What is WBCs? WBCs are white blood cells, and this white blood cells fight against diseases. So, as it destroys WBCs, it reduces the immunity of the body. So, that's how AIDS, this is about the AIDS disease. So, viruses causes many fatal diseases like AIDS, measles, polio, COVID-19, corona, that is common cold, chickenpox, smallpox. These all diseases are caused by virus. Okay, not only in humans or in animals, virus also causes disease in plants also. That's tuberculosis virus is the most common plant pathogen, and especially tobacco plants. Okay, in tobacco plants it causes, and if a person is eating that tobacco leaves, then that person may be suffering from this disease. In cattle, that is in cows, buffaloes and ox also, this viral infection is causes in foot and mouth disease. It is called foot and mouth disease. This foot and mouth disease is caused in cattle by viruses. In vegetables also, like cabbage, cauliflower, tomato, cotton, beans, this may be suffered from viral infections. Okay, so this all types of diseases can be caused by viruses. Now, some viral diseases can be prevented in humans by the vaccination or by the process of getting vaccinated. This types of diseases can be, viral diseases can be prevented. One of the disease known as smallpox. Now, the smallpox is eradicated. What is eradicated means? ये पूरी वर्ल्ड, पूरी अर्थ पे से खत्म हो चुका है डिजीज because of the vaccination that was created of this viral disease. Okay, so isn't it interesting? If we are able to create a vaccine of a disease, then वो disease को हम eliminate, that is हम उसे destroy कर सकते हैं. Okay, so okay, in your books there's a check yourself given and 2 questions are given. Why is food left over after lunch or dinner stored in a refrigerator so that the growth of microorganisms do not occur? Second question is, which one gets spoiled faster, dry flour or kneaded dough? Now, dry flour do not have moisture in it. That kneaded dough has moisture in it. So that definitely the kneaded dough will be damaged or spoiled faster. Now I'm going to tell you one interesting thing. This virus not only infects animal, plants and humans, it may also infect bacteria also. When a virus infects this bacteria, and it is called bacteriophagous. What it is called? Bacteriophage. Okay, what it is called? Bacteriophage. A virus that infects bacteria is called bacteriophage. And later this bacteria which is suffered from or infected from virus enters human body and it may causes disease or infection in humans or animal bodies. So you can refer to your books of the images of various types of viruses given in your books, like vaccinia virus, paramoxium virus, orf virus, there is polyomavirus, that is poliovirus, tubulovirus, different influenza virus. At one time, influenza was a very much dangerous disease that was spread throughout the world. Okay, so this was all about viruses, and now we have finished all the types of microorganisms. We have studied about bacteria, we have studied about protozoas, we have studied about algae, fungi and viruses also. Now we will discuss about food preservations. How the food that is spoiled by the microorganism can be preserved. So the heading is food preservation. Food preservation. The food that is preserved from spoiling is called, and the technique used so that the food do not get spoiled and preserved for a long period of time is called food preservation. And this food preservation is not only done domestically, it is also done for commercial purpose also. Jams, you get sauce. How this jam and sauce can be stored for 6 months, 9 months? Because of food preservation techniques. Now we will be discussing some of the food preservation techniques. The first technique of food preservation is drying. What it is? By drying. As you know, the microorganism grow in the presence of moisture. If there will be no moisture, अगर हम उसमें से the food product में से सारा moisture ही खत्म कर दें, तो क्या microorganism वहाँ पे produce होंगे? अगर वहाँ moisture ही नहीं होगा, so microorganism वहाँ produce ही नहीं होंगे, and the food will not be destroyed or spoiled. So by drying, we can maintain or preserve food articles. Okay, you can sun dry it also. You can use machines also. So like this cereals and pulses are sun dried so that they do not get spoiled easily and they can be stored for a longer period of time. Second, how second? Second, how we can use by using salt, sugar, oil and vinegar. Students, if you add salt in it, or either you are adding sugar or oil or vinegar to the food material or the food article, the growth of a microorganism will be hindered. That is, आपके microorganism grow नहीं कर पाएंगे, and that's how the food can be preserved. You know, in earlier times when there was hunting was done, hunted animals were brought in and there was salting. A huge amount of salt was used and this meat of that animal was salted and preserved, and it do not get spoiled for a longer period of time. So that's how salting is done to preserve meat, fish, amla, raw mangoes also, terminate, etc. So this is how salting is done. You know, sugar, how sugar is helpful in preservation of food. You know, this jams, marmalades, that is murabbas, jellies, fruit juice, all these are preserved using sugar. You know, your mothers may be making some achars, you know, mango pickle or lemon pickle, and she may be adding oil, and you know, she will always be saying कि आपका जो oil है should be always upper and your achar should be lower than that. Oil should be every time will be available. That's how, because how this, suppose this is a container of achar, okay, and here it is oil and here it is achar. So what happens, there is oil and this oil cut the supply of air. As no air will be there, no oxygen will be there, no growth of microorganism will be there. So that's how oil, similarly vinegar also is used for storing achars, pickles and all. So oils and vinegar are also best known for preserving pickles. So that's how we can store this, preserve this food or store this food for a longer period of time by using salt, sugar, oil and vinegar. Third, by canning. Let me write down. Third, canning. What is canning? We can store food articles or items like jams, jellies, vegetables, fish and even cooked food, and can be kept in an airtight container, and this, because of being airtight, there will be no air in it, so no growth of microorganism will be there. So this is called canning. Canning means can and it keeping in it a airtight containers. So canning. Heating. Fourth, heating can be also done for preventing spoilage of food or for preserving food. High temperature, you know, high temperature, as I have told you about that curd exam activity, microorganism can only be grown at a warm temperature, not too much hot temperature. in not too much hot temperature, the microorganism will not be able to grow. So by heating, also the growth of microorganism can be prevented. And this is done in our homes. You know, whenever you bring a packet of milk, your mother used to heat that milk, give it a boil. Why? Because the growth of microorganism is destroyed. Okay. Also water. Water is also, by boiling it, we can destroy microorganism. It can be made fit for drinking purposes. Fifth, by freezing. You know, the low temperature within our refrigerators and fridge also prevent the growth of microorganism. So that's how also the food items can be preserved in our homes, that is vegetables, fruits and all. Another method of preservation of food article is pasteurization. Let me write down. It was discovered by a scientist called Louis Pasteur. Sixth is pasteurization. Now, this was discovered by a French chemist, Louis Pasteur. In this process, what happens? The milk is heated at 65 degrees Celsius. Milk is heated at 65 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Okay? And the growth of microorganism, or all the microorganisms that were available there or that were present in the milk, will be destroyed. Or you can heat this milk at 72 degrees Celsius for 1 minute only. Sorry, for 15 minutes. So either pasteurization can be done in two ways. 65 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, 72 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Now, after this, rapid cooling process is started. This is milk is rapidly cooled below 10 degrees Celsius. So that's how all the bacteria that were present in the milk will be destroyed and the milk will not be spoiled. And this technique is used at a large scale for milk. You know, your companies like Amul and Saras all are sending you pasteurized milk. The next method of food preservation is by the use of chemical preservatives. Use of chemical preservatives. Okay. So we can use chemical preservatives for the storage of food. Now, that's how the food preservation is done. इसी तरह से हम हमारे फूड को preserve, that is, हम खराब होने से बचा सकते हैं. Now, there is a question given in your book. How are dengue and chikungunya diseases spread? You have to write about कि कौन से जो mosquitoes हैं जो चिकनगुनिया और या डेंगू spread करते हैं. Please find out by yourself and try to answer this question. Now, the next heading is vaccine. मैंने आपको वैक्सीन के बारे में बताया ही था. वैक्सीन क्या होती है? जो एक ऐसी मेडिसिन और ऐसा मेथड जो आपको एक पर्टिकुलर डिजीज से बचाता है. So the heading is vaccine. Now, हम सबकी बॉडी का एक नेचुरल डिफेंस सिस्टम होता है. We all have a natural defense system to fight against a particular type of disease, and this is called immune system of our body. But आपकी बॉडी में बेटा जब भी कोई नया ऑर्गेनिज्म आता है, so आपकी बॉडी प्रिपेयर नहीं होती उससे किस तरह से फाइट करे. So this new microorganism that comes into your body and causes a disease, आपकी बॉडी केपेबल नहीं होती है उससे फाइट करने के लिए. सो इफ आपके पास उसकी वैक्सीन होती, सो दिस वैक्सीन इफ इट इज गिवन टू यू, देन आपको क्या हो सकता है, प्रोटेक्शन मिल सकता है उस डिजीज से, और आपको उस डिजीज से इतनी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी और आप उससे फेस कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो सेम प्रिंसिपल. Suppose you know how these vaccines are created. These vaccines were created like this only. Suppose a person who is suffering from particular disease and he get very much better from that. A particular person or another person who is suffering from that disease, if the vaccine is given to a person who is suffered from that disease, then that person can be recover quickly, and your antibiotics or the produced by your body always remain in your body. ठीक है, so this is the principle which is used in the preparation of vaccine. अब आपको पता है वैक्सीन होती क्या है बच्चा? वैक्सीन होती है एक डेड और इनएक्टिव माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म. कोई भी, मान लीजिए वो स्मॉल पॉक्स है, सो जो वायरस होगा ना स्मॉल पॉक्स का, उसका या तो डेड माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, इनएक्टिव, दैट इज बिल्कुल तरह से वो आपकी बॉडी में कुछ भी नुकसान नहीं पड़ा सकता, या तो इनएक्टिव होगा या डेड होगा, वो आपकी बॉडी में इंजेक्ट किया जाता है. ठीक है, आपकी बॉडी के जो WBCs होते हैं, द फाइटर्स ऑफ योर ब्लड, ओके, दे कम एंड दिस डेड एंड they try to fight this, and when they fight this dead or inactive microorganism, that is vaccine, it creates its own antibodies, and that person, अब ये जो person होगा, he will be able to fight that disease, and this is the process of vaccine or the process of vaccination is done. So vaccination क्या करती है, आपकी बॉडी में एक रेजिस्टेंस बिल्ड करती है अगेंस्ट अ पर्टिकुलर डिजीज, that is it enhance your immunity levels. So that's how vaccination is important for the prevention of various dangerous diseases. Now the next heading that I'm going to discuss with you is antibiotics. Antibiotics. Now what are antibiotics? There are some diseases which are caused and they do not require vaccines, but there are medicines available so that which help to destroy these diseases which are caused by some bacteria, and these medicines which destroy diseases caused by bacteria are called antibiotics. Okay, they are produced from fungi, bacteria, any type of thing that can be produced. Okay, first these antibiotics are given to livestock and poultry to protect them from microbial diseases, and however care should be taken. बहुत proper care लेनी चाहिए हमें ये antibiotics body में inject करने से पहले, because अगर आप improper amount of antibiotics डाल रहे हैं, so you may be suffering from a disease and it may cause another types of disease and your immunity system may become very much weak. आप भी तो एक काम करो, आपको हर बात अगर कोई जुकाम हो रहा है एंड आप मेडिसिन पे मेडिसिन ले रहे हैं, सो आपकी बॉडी का जो नेचुरल इम्यून सिस्टम है वो खुद ही डैमेज हो जाएगा, वो कोई भी छोटी सी भी बीमारी से भी फाइट नहीं कर पाएगा. सो आपको मेडिसिन तब तक ही लेनी चाहिए जब बहुत ज़्यादा नेसेसरी हो. ट्राई कि भाई आप नेचुरल हेल्दी फूड खाएं और अपनी नेचुरल एंड अपनी एक्सरसाइज से ही आप अपने अपनी इम्यूनिटी को इम्प्रूव रखें. ठीक है, so that's how all about antibiotics. There's a table given in your books that is the disease caused by microorganism in humans, the infectious disease and the microbes and the type of microbes. That is cold. Cold is a disease and it is caused by a microbe called rhinovirus, and the type of virus is microbe is virus. Similarly, please study this table. Full table you have to study and you will get to know that which microbe cause different types of disease, and either that they are virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, what type of microbe they are. Okay, and there is a next table also given which gives you disease which are caused by microorganism in plants. Please study both this table in detail. Okay, now I am going to give you one more thing, that this antibiotics should not be taken for the treatment of cold and flu, because this cold and flu are caused by viruses, not by bacteria. So please avoid taking antibiotics during cold and flu. They do not treat you for cold and flu. You have to take antivirals during cold and flu. Okay, that is all.